Welcome back. My name is Sylvia, and if you're new here, I make videos on planning with the occasional review. And I had a bunch of questions about the Hobonichi Tacho 2021 Day-Free. This is the first time I've owned this notebook. If it's your first time trying to purchase a Hobonichi and you have some questions, hopefully this will answer some basic things. So a lot of times when I think about A5, I'd never owned an A5 until I started buying more Japanese stuff. So I kept thinking A5 as in composition notebook. That is not correct. So here I have a composition notebook. This is Lisa Frank, the woman who started it all. All of my planning obsessions. Just kidding. It's a little bit of a rant. Anyway, but this is pretty much a standard composition notebook that you can get at a dollar store. You can see it completely covers the A5 notebook here. So it is much smaller. I hope that I can fit this into frame so you can see. The sun's coming in fast, so I'm going to try to make this quick. So you can see the difference here at the top and around the edges. So much smaller than composition notebook. And a lot of us are used to composition notebooks when it comes to school, college, or even our own kids' school. They usually have these. So much smaller than that. Of course, you can always go online, if I don't flash it on the screen, and look at the dimensions for this notebook. And then you can go ahead and just cut out a piece of paper that size and kind of see the difference for yourself. I use these Moleskine 3-pack journals, and I end up getting them for my wide notebook, which is not A5, it's smaller. But you can see here, same height, and this is just a little bit wider. And this is the Piccadilly, which is pretty much the same size as well, in case you're used to the Piccadilly notebooks instead. We have the Moleskine. So the Moleskine here, same height, but it's always more narrow. So if you are a Moleskine user, that is going to be the difference for you. I have here the Leuchturrm notebook, and this is the collab with Writer Carol's bullet journal, but it's the same height. And it looks to be about the same width. Maybe the Hobonichi is like a millimeter or two wider, but if you're used to the Leuchturrm 1917, it's pretty much the size. Then we have the Rhodia Goal book. And the Rhodia looks to be a little bit taller and a little bit wider. So I'll show you. It sticks out just a few millimeters off the side and off the top. So if you're used to the Rhodia Goal book, you'll be fine with the Hobonichi. And just to show you that the cousin, which is also A5 size, this has the months, weeks, as well as the days, is exactly the same height and width. So, and another question came from KJ, my AuthorTube friend. Hi KJ, in case you're watching this. They wanted to know about using this as a bullet journal. So let me go quickly through what this planner all has in it. So this is Tomoe River paper. It is Bible-y thin. It is going to ghost like crazy, but it holds a bunch of mediums, including watercolor. So in here you get your year at a glance for 2021, and they give you the year before and after that. You have, I forget what they call this. I'm going to flash it on the screen because there's two different ones and I always call it the wrong one. But I usually track some things here, or in the Hobonichi cousin, I usually use it as an index because I can't keep up with the daily pages all the time. Down here, this is where I'm going to keep my index for sure though, because this is a bullet journal. So this comes on 4 pages. Then they give you the months, and they always give you 1 month before the year starts. So you can start this December 2020, and it is a Monday start. And then they will give you the entire year of 2021 with 3 months after that for forward planning. So it'll also give you January of 2022, February, and March of 2022. I don't know, 2022 it doesn't roll off the tongue. It really sticks, you know, I stumble over it a little bit. What about you guys? And then we go into the bullet journal, which is grid, and it's numbered at the bottom, which is amazing. I love that. So there's 171 pages. So the question is, do you think that you can use this for a year? And my answer for me is no, I don't. I bought this not thinking I could use this for the entire year as a bullet journal. I just had never tried it before, and I didn't want to buy it. Like, I didn't want to buy a bunch of them in case I didn't like it, if that makes sense. I do recommend that if you decide to try this out for a bullet journal for the entire year, that you buy at least 4 of these notebooks. And I would think of it as like in quarters. So, you know, a quarter per notebook, I believe. And if you only use 3 of them and you have an extra one in 2022, that's okay, because it gives you an entire quarter of months in it, right? So you would have January, February, and March of 2022 to use that notebook. So I don't think it's a waste. I would recommend that you get 2 if you want to give it a real go, but you're not sure if you'd make it for the whole year. That way you just have extra in case. That way, if you really like it, you have an extra one while you're ordering another one. For those of you who are new to Hobonichi or you've forgotten, there is an April launch. So in April, they will restock a lot of different things, and they will add probably more of these. I don't know, because I've never owned this before. I'm assuming that they will have an April start, and you would use that more like a academic calendar, because it would have the academic year in it. So if you miss out on this or you're not sure, you get another chance in April to give this a go. So no worries there. For those of you that are interested in 171 pages, this has 224 pages in the Rhodia. So if you've ever used this before, know that this has less pages for sure. And then we have the bullet journal, which this is the collab version. The original has 249. This one does as well, but they give you information in the back of this one, as it is the collab. So 249 for Leuchturrm, as opposed to 171. So this one has a lot more pages, and you've got to think about what works best for you. This does have that beautiful Tomoe river paper, so that's a plus. And you do have to think about price. I will flash it on the screen because I bought it in yen, so I can't remember off the top of my head exactly how much it is in US dollars, but this does have that beautiful Tomoe river paper. It means that you can fit a lot more pages, and they're not going to be as wide as something like this, especially if you're bulking up the pages. I don't recommend this type of paper for memory keeping. It's fine if you want to do it, but if you want to put a lot of stuff on here, when you're collaging, it really weighs down the paper and it's hard to turn the pages. I prefer something that's a little bit more stiff. The GSM has to be a little bit heavier for me, but you do you. I just want you to be aware of that. And then you have the Moleskine, which I'm sorry, it's not numbered. Get it together, Moleskine. I'm looking in the back because sometimes in here I will put the numbers because I always wonder. Of course, I grabbed one that didn't have that. Probably literally the only one that doesn't have it. I will flash it on the screen how many pages. Again, you have to think about pricing. Sometimes I can find these for anywhere from $14 to $19, depending on if I get them on Amazon or I buy them at an independent bookstore. The bullet journal collab is a little bit more because writer Carol gets some money from it. So I think these are like $24 to $25, but the regular original Leuchturrm, they're around, I would say, $17 to $19 on Amazon. And then we have the Rhodia, which I cannot remember off the top of my head because I've had this forever and I've still not used it. The cream colored papers kind of skeeved me out a little bit, and I don't know. I think I might be ready for it though, coming up in 2021. Sorry, the sun is just coming in fast. So I will flash on the screen how much this is now because I've had this for like 4 years or something crazy. Something. All right. So I hope that that has explained why I only purchased one. Again, I mentioned in my unboxing that I didn't really know what I was going to do with this exactly. I think it would make an amazing forever book, or I call it a forever book. You can call it a long-term book or a list notebook, where you just come in here and you make a list of all of the Netflix movies you want to watch. I usually make several because I have a list just for my niece, Busy, who's over 18, and then a list for my niece Jade, who's only 10. And then I usually have one for my boyfriend because we need like couple friendly shows, because I don't like really gory, awful, bloody movies, and he doesn't like really romantic ones. So I usually have several lists for something like that. You can make a list of all the medications that you're trying out or anything like that in the back here, and just refer to it throughout the whole year. And you don't have to carry it with you if you don't want to, or you can get something like a cover sort of like this that will allow you to carry not only this notebook, but your bullet journal, or like something like this, one that you're going to actually use for a calendar. If you make it a list notebook or a forever notebook, you can put other things in here, like when you dye your hair, like personal stuff every so many months, like stuff for your house or your car when you get your oil change, anything that's going to be kind of long-term that you want to refer to that doesn't happen on a daily basis, so you can leave it at home. I think that this would be really great for that. If you're someone who wants to try out watercoloring and you're terrified to watercolor in something like this because it's going to get huge when those pages get wrinkled, this is a lot thinner, obviously, and would be really great for a watercoloring notebook. Sorry, I don't know if I'm in frame because the sun is just crazy. Yeah, so I think that's everything that everyone asked me about comparing it to other A5 sizes, as well as if I think that it can be a bullet journal for the year. If you're someone who doesn't really write a lot, I'm a writer, KJ's a writer, and so I would think that they would use this fairly quickly. I don't know, but if you're only going to do like a monthly and only do weeklies and not dailies, this probably could last you for the entire year. Some people don't plan as much as me. Some people are just normal and not crazy. So you just have to keep all of that in mind. Keep in mind that when you order from Hobonichi, the price tag for shipping starts at like $22 to $24, something like that. That's before they put any weight in there. I only got 3 things and 3 pens and the free gift for the year, and I think my shipping was out of control. I want to say it was like 30 bucks maybe. I don't know. So I always order at least $100 worth of stuff from Hobonichi just to make it worth the shipping. At some point, these will go on to Amazon. They will be more expensive than on the Hobonichi website, but you have to keep in mind that 1, you're paying for buying less shit, right? It's less stuff you're going to buy if you only buy 1. 2, they're adding on the fact that there was a shipping charge a little bit. So it might either even out or be just a little bit less on the website. So I just order ahead of time because I wanted that week's cover and I was afraid I wouldn't get it. It was FOMO. It was FOMO. All right. So that has been my video. I hope that helped. If you have any more questions, let me know down below. I am still going to be doing a week's versus a standard traveler's notebook in size and comparison there, because I think people are interested in that. And I think I will do a Hobonichi cousin versus the Jibun Techo, because you all know that's my favorite planner. And they have a lot of similar layouts on the inside. And I think that's worth taking another look at. All right. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.